Hello friends, today I am here with the lesson The Great Champion thimmakka. You all might be familiar with the name thimmakka. Thimmakka is a great champion really because she had done a very noble contribution to this society. Let's see in this lesson what all this contribution is all about. Okay, let's get started. Here. About the write-up. The inspiring write-up which has been taken from the internet traces the magnificent achievements of an ordinary woman with an extraordinary commitment to conserve nature. Yes, this is what the lesson is all about. It is about conserving nature. Conserving means preserving, saving the nature. Yeah, what's exactly nature? Nature is nothing but wildlife, plant life, the environment, Mother Earth. These are all nature. Yeah. Thimmakka, a woman more than 100 years in age from Karnataka, has been lauded globally as a green champion for her tree planting mission. Yes, this is her mission. She had gone into the noble profession, or she had got into the noble deed of planting trees. This is really a contribution, a great contribution to the society. The essay aptly means correctly, precisely, appropriately. Yeah, the essay aptly describes her undying passion for planting trees even at an advanced age and insists on the need to emulate her selfless and excellent service in preserving and protecting the environment. Emulate means to follow the footsteps. That is, she has took up the first step of planting the trees. So we have to follow her footsteps. That's the inspiration, because though she is aged, she is not young anymore. Okay, though she was aged, she never took age as a factor and sat at home. She went forward, she went to conserve the nature. This is truly an inspiration for the youth like us. Okay, let's get started. The gist is here. In this gist, we get to know what exactly the story is all about. I'll just get into the segment so that we will have an elaborate explanation. Okay, the write-up. Born in Gubbi Taluk, Tumkur district, Karnataka, Thimmakka is popular as Salumarada Thimmakka because of her work. At the age of 40, she wanted to end her life as she could not conceive. End her life means she wanted to kill herself, maybe commit suicide because she did not conceive. Conceive means she did not give birth to a child. Yeah, she could not give birth to a child. Yeah. But she realized soon the true purpose of her life. Later, when she was in such a distress that she was unable to conceive, she was unable to give birth to the child, she understood what exactly is the real purpose in her life. Yeah, but she realized soon the true purpose of her life. She started planting banyan trees along with her husband and found a purpose in it. Now, what was the purpose she found out? Yes, you are right. She found out her purpose, that is, the purpose of her life is to plant a tree. She started planting banyan trees. You know banyan trees? Yeah, banyan trees are trees very huge in size and they have roots hanging. Yeah, these are those type of trees are called banyan trees. They are very huge in size. Yeah, she started planting banyan trees along with her husband and found a purpose in it. Both Thimmakka and her husband started with 10 banyan saplings on either side of the road along a stretch of 4 kilometers between Hulikal and Kudur in the first year. Now look, everything starts with the small step. Yeah. So here Thimmakka did not plan out very big or very huge plan or something. She started in a very small way but in a very dedicated way. That's very important. What Thimmakka did is she started with 10 banyan saplings along the 4-kilometer road. Yeah, and either side means this side and that side of the road. They took care of the plants just like their children. Now you see the cooperation of her husband also. Both of them together, they took care of the plants as if they were their children. Every year the count of these trees kept increasing. Yeah, this shows the growth. Yeah, and this shows the encouragement. This shows the dedication and commitment in their work. To date, there have been more than 8,000 other trees grown by her and her husband. They planted not only banyan trees, other indigenous trees, whatever the local trees are, those trees also they planted. Growing banyan trees is challenging. Challenging means a very tough task, very difficult task. Growing banyan trees is challenging in a place that is relatively dry. That's a very dry area wherever they live, and it was very difficult to grow a banyan tree, yet they took up the challenge. Thimmakka could not go to school due to poverty. Poverty means poor background, that is no money, a lack of money. Thimmakka could not go to school due to poverty and lack of facilities. One is money is a factor, other one facilities with a factor. At an early age, she had to take up grazing of sheep and cattle and also work as a coolie. As she lived in the village, generally village girls, they generally get to graze cattle. Graze cattle means take the cattle and make them graze the grass in the yard, open yard. That is called as grazing the cattle, and even she worked as a coolie. As she grew up, she was married to Sri Bikkala Chikkaya of Holikal village, with whom she found a purpose in planting trees. Later she got married, and then with him she found this purpose in her life, that is to plant trees. She not only planted those trees but also fenced, watered and guarded them. Now look, you may think as we plant the tree it's over, my work is done. Plant a tree, save the earth. That's what our slogan goes. So we think just planting the tree, my work is done. I'm done with it. I have done a great deed. No, that's not all. After planting the tree, we have to water it. We have to safeguard it from the cattle. We have to safeguard it from the other children, maybe those who break the trees. All these we have to take up. Yeah. So here we see she was such a great gardener, or she was such a great mother to those plants that she fenced them. Fenced them means put a iron grilling or something around the plant to safeguard it, and she watered them regularly and guarded. Guarded means protected them. Though the trees grown by her are worth several crores of rupees today, her life has no respite. Respite means relief from poverty. Now look, all the trees that she planted, if you count how much worth it is crores of rupees. When will you get the value of the tree? When you cut the tree and sell it, you get the value of the tree. But she is the mother of the tree. Can she cut the trees? No, she was the one who gave life to those trees. She did not cut them. Though she has so much worth trees, she did not cut them. She was not commercial. She did not put it to sell. She grew them. Though that much value of trees she had, she even now lived in poverty. Yeah, unfortunately means unluckily, she is dependent on a pension of 500 rupees given by the government, which is the sole source of her life. Sole means only source of her life. Now look, she had those many trees to her credit, yet she depended only on the 500 rupees given by the government. She was still in poverty. This shows how much she loved her trees. There is no end to hopes. One might think that growing trees is not a big deal, but one would know the reality of it only when they do it on their own. Now look, we look at others and say, this is just nothing, very easy task. When we look at them doing, we think it's very easy. But when we do it, we find how difficult it is. We realize how difficult it is and how foolish we were in mocking at them or making fun of them or teasing them, right? Same way, if you look from the other side, if we can say that it's very easy to grow a tree. Timmaka and her husband used to carry 4 pails of water for a distance of 4 kilometers to water the saplings. Now look, carrying water for our own house for drinking itself, we are very lazy to do it. We grumble and go and get that water in case we have to get the water. But here, look at these people, Timmaka and her husband, they are getting 4 pails of water to water the plants. Yeah, it's really a great job. Though no one was appreciating them, no one was observing them, they were on their task, mission. They were on their mission. Yeah, they used whatever little resources they had to plant trees. In order to get sufficient water for the trees, they started to plant the trees during monsoon. Monsoon means rainy season. Now they had a great idea. What they did is that plants have to grow in the starting stage. When the plants are small, they need lot of water. Whereas it is a dry area, they can't give that much of water to the plants. So what they did is they planted trees during the monsoon season. Monsoon means rainy season. During the rainy season, if you plant the trees, the rain would give them sufficient water, and after they grow to a little stage, a bigger stage, they can grow on their own. Yeah, in this way they could get sufficient rainwater for the saplings, and the trees would have invariably taken root by the onset of the next monsoon. This became Timmaka's daily routine for many years, though it did not help her in her financial condition. Though she had this as a routine. This became a habit for her. Always during the rainy seasons, whenever it rained, she started planting. Plants grew and they grew into trees, and then she started doing it every day, every year, every month. She started doing it. But she never thought about her financial growth or financial condition or making money. Yeah. Although Timmaka did not receive a formal education, her work has been honored with the National Citizens Award of India. She has been recognized by the Government of India and was conferred with the Padma Shri Award in 2019, which is the 4th highest civilian award in the Republic of India. Now look, she got rewarded for her hard work, for her dedication, for her true love for the country. Yeah, she did not go and fight in the borders and fight with the enemies, but she had done a great thing for the country. She has saved the nature for the future generation. She is no less than a soldier. Yeah, so what she was awarded, she was appreciated by the government with the National Citizens Award of India as well as the Padma Shri Award. Padma Shri is the 4th highest award. She didn't have any education as such, but her deeds, her works, whatever she did, that fetched her honor and fame. There is also an environment organization named after her in the US. Even she has her footsteps in the UN too, in the US too, called Timmaka's Resources for Environmental Education. So this is the foundation in US. This is the organization in the US. Thimmaka is an individual who has brought worldwide recognition to the state of Karnataka through her incredible means invaluable, very great. Incredible means you cannot measure it, that is beyond measuring, more than what you can measure, that is called as incredible. For her incredible and massive environmental services. So with her deeds, with her actions, she took her state's name famous all over the world. Now people recognize Karnataka with Thimmaka. That much greater deed she has done. Recognition began to come Thimmaka's way from the year 1995. A good 5 years after her husband Chikkaya's death. Now Thimmaka got recognition from the year 1995 after her husband died. Chikkaya too had devoted his life towards nature and had quit working to take care of his young trees. Now look at this man. Look, we have to salute his service. He even gave up his work. He resigned his work. Quit means resigning, leaving the work. He even left his work. Why? Just to take care of the young trees. That is why this mission could be possible. He patrolled the stretch of trees and kept the cattle away from them. Patrol means, you go for rounds to check. Now, you can see in the hostel, the wardens go for a patrol. In our schools, our principal comes for a patrol to check everything is going on well or not. The same way, Thimmakka's husband used to go and patrol, go for a round supervising whether all the trees which they had planted are in good condition or not. Did they require anything? That's how much he cared for the plants. Thimmakka recalls a facet of Chikkaya's life where he used to feed the cattle that were captured by the villagers for straying in others' agricultural properties, a task that is often forgotten by the villagers. Now, in the villages there are fields and some people have cattle. These cattle go and graze in other people's fields. Okay, so what those people do is they catch hold of the cattle and tie it in a place or keep it tied till the owner of the cattle comes. What Thimmakka's husband used to do is he used to feed the cattle. So don't think he was unkind. He was very harsh towards the cattle because they ate his plants. No. Though they ate his plants, he used to be kind to the cattle. He even used to give food to the cattle, but not his plants. He used to give the plants which could be fed. Maybe the branches he gave to the cattle. So such a kind-hearted person he was. This mission of preserving the environment is taken forward by Thimmakka's foster son. Foster means adopted son. So I told you she wasn't able to give birth to a child. So she adopted a child and the child's name is Sri Umesh. B.N. Umesh has been planting and tending to trees along the roads in schools, public places and on the mountain and hilltops. He is also successfully running the Prithvi Bachao movement. Now her son has also took up her mission. He is taking it forward with the name Prithvi Bachao movement. He has his own nursery and distributes plants to the farmers who are interested in growing plants. He not only grows plants but also distributes, encourages other farmers who are interested in taking this noble mission forward. In spite of receiving hundreds of awards, Salumarada Thimmakka remains an innocent and modest person. Modest means simple person. Generally, when we get recognition, when we get awards, we become proud, we become arrogant, we don't care for others. We have that tendency of becoming very proud and very selfish. But here you see, there is no change in Thimmakka. She remains as innocent as she used to be, as modest and simple as she used to be. She is 100 plus now and still cherishes a dream of planting more trees in future. Look at this great inspiration that we get from her. Though she is 100 years of age, she wants to plant some more trees. We are just 15, 16 years old. Yet we want to sit at home, watch TV or play with our phone or chat with our friends or waste away our time. But look at this woman. She is a woman that we have to follow. Even now she wants to plant more trees. The Long Ranger's next mission is to bring a hospital close to her village, Kudur. She has been seeking the local panchayat's approval for the construction of a hospital. Not only for the plants, she even cares for the humans too. So she wants to bring a hospital so that their health care is well taken care of. Everyone lives in a hygienic, in a healthy condition. A trust has been set up to secure land and construct a hospital in the place where no medical aid is easily available. Now this is a true spirit of goodness. She cares for the people around. She cares for the nature around. So she has demanded or she has sought the help of the government to set a hospital in her village. Thimmakka continues her fight against deforestation and her contributions are truly remarkable. Now, deforestation is a burning issue of our whole country as well as the world, because of which we have so much of global warming and there is a lot of climate change. We are all now facing the effects of climate change, the hot days, the heat waves in the summer, the untimely rain. These are all because of climate change. Why this climate change has come? All because of global warming, which came from deforestation. And this woman stands against deforestation. And then her intentions are evidently good as she planted trees rich in biodiversity. Today, she is invited for every tree planting initiative in the state. With her achievements, Salumarada Thimmakka has become a role model to the entire world. Now look, she plants trees with a lot of biodiversity, means the trees which can contain, which can give home to many birds, many insects, many animals, which can become a shelter for even humans. So such type of trees she plants, which becomes a really noble deed, a great deed, a helpful deed, a compassionate deed for all the humans. And wherever they are taking the plantation drive, Thimmakka is called there, and she is a role model truly. Thimmakka concludes, even one sapling each could make the world a better place for our children. If each one plants a tree, that's sufficient. We are millions in number. We the Indians are millions in number. If each one plants a tree, there is no wonder the global warming will come to an end. We will have a green environment. The entire India will enjoy the fruits of a green and a healthy nature, eco-friendly nature. That's what is the message that Thimmakka gives, not just by words but by her deeds. Actions speak louder than words. That's how Thimmakka proved herself to be a great forester, a forester without a diploma, a great role model to follow. Now let's get into the question and answers. Why didn't Thimmakka, firstly I will go to the previous one. Where was Thimmakka born? So you can see here, Thimmakka was born in Gubbi Taluk, Tumkur district, Karnataka. Instead of ending life abruptly, Thimmakka found a purpose in doing something. What was it? What was the purpose? Yes, it was planting the trees. What did Thimmakka do in her childhood? Yeah, as she belonged to the village, she used to go for grazing the sheep and the cattle, and also worked as a coolie. Growing trees was quite an easy job for Thimmakka and her husband. Do you agree? Why or why not? Was it easy? No. No, it was not easy for Thimmakka and her husband to grow trees, because it was a dry area and cattle used to eat away the trees. Yeah, so that was not an easy task. What proves it? They used to get 4 pails of water walking 4 kilometers. That itself shows how difficult it was to plant the trees and grow them. The couple planted trees during monsoon. Why? Yes, they planted trees during monsoon because the rain provided sufficient water for the small saplings to get into a medium stage where they can grow on their own. Yeah, that is why they used to plant the trees in the monsoon season. Why didn't Thimmakka receive any formal education? One thing is poverty. Thimmakka did not receive any formal education due to poverty and lack of facilities. What are the awards Thimmakka has received so far? So here you can see the awards. Thimmakka has received the National Citizens Award of India and the Padma Shri Award in 2019. So these are the awards. Yeah. And then, who is taking forward Thimmakka's mission of preserving the environment here? So who is taking forward? Yes, it is her adopted son, her foster son. Her foster son, Sri Umesh, is taking forward the mission of preserving the environment. What is her next mission? So what's her next mission? Her next mission is to bring a hospital, or even you can say her next mission is to plant even more trees and to bring a hospital. Both are possible. What is her motto regarding tree planting? What does she say? If even one sapling each could make the world a better place for our children. This is her motto. If each one plants a tree, then our world will become a better place for our children. This is her motto regarding the trees. Yeah, hope I could help you out with understanding this lesson in a better way, and this is very important in examination point of view. So learn this lesson, read. It's in very simple English, you don't need much of the reference of dictionary. So read the lesson once, twice or thrice and have plenty of knowledge and get inspired. So each one plant one. Let's make the earth a better place to live. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe our channel, share with your friends, and do not forget to click the like button. Thank you once again for watching.